So we've designed a roast profile, we've roasted some coffee together, and we've checked your roast logs. Finally, it's time to finish up by shutting the roast down and giving it just a little bit of TLC. So if you've been following the course this far, your machine should still be switched on, but with the drop handle in the upward position so that it's cooling down. Have a quick look at the air temperature on your touchscreen. It should be below 45 degrees. If your roast is still hotter than this, then pause the video here and come back to it when the machine has cooled down. Once the machine is properly cool, we can turn it off with the switch on the back. Once the machine is off, the first thing we want to do is empty out the chaff drawer. Now remember, before we open this up, the machine needs to be switched off, and you should do this roughly every 20 to 25 roasts, depending on the batch size that you're roasting. So to open it up, open the door on the front here, pull out the foam block, and then pull out the drawer. We can empty the drawer out and give it a quick brush out to keep it clean. Then slot the drawer back in, push the foam back into place, and then close the door up again. Next, I want to clean out the filter underneath the bean cooler. So pull the cooler out, grab the filter underneath, and give it a brush out to get rid of any chaff and dust that accumulates here. It's a good idea to grab a vacuum cleaner and clean up any dust that made it through the filter under here as well. Finally, I want to clean off the mesh over the fan at the back of the roaster. You can just give this a wipe down with a dry cloth to pick up any dust, or a hoover and a brush works really well here as well. So that's everything you need to do on a daily basis, and it doesn't take long. But after a week of roasting, or after every 100 roasts or so, there's one more thing I recommend doing, and that's cleaning out the exhaust where it exits the drum. To do this, we need to take off the top plate, and so you're going to need a 2mm hex key, and one of these should have been shipped to you with your roaster. What we're going to do is take out the 4 little bolts on top of the roaster, put them somewhere safe, and then gently lift off the top plate. Be really careful when you do this. There's a cable that attaches the plate to the roaster, and you don't want to put too much tension on it. So lift the plate really gently, and then prop it up against the side of the roaster. You want the chip under here to be facing outwards so that it doesn't get damaged. Then you can pull out the charge handle, and the area that we want to clean is just behind there. Occasionally you'll get beans or chaff stuck up in here, so we just want to get in there with a hoover and a brush and clean it out. Once that's done, you can put the charge handle back in, and then carefully slot the top plate back in. Put the 4 bolts loosely back in, and then when you tighten them, you want to tighten the bolts on opposite corners. So for example, if you start with the front left, then tighten the back right, then the front right, then the back left. While you tighten the bolts, push the panels into place to make sure that it all fits together securely. After every 1,000 roasts or so, or roughly once a month, it's a good idea to give the machine a deep clean. Now, I won't go into full details about that now, but in the links below you'll find more information about how to do that. One thing you should know about the roast is that it's designed to be fully user serviceable. If anything should happen to your machine, we've made it so that you can fix it up yourself. And that way you can get straight back into roasting, and you can keep your machine running for many years to come. Our support pages are packed with information about how to look after your machine, and we're always here to help. You can just email support@roestcoffee.com, and we'd always be happy to help you out. And that brings us to the end of this little course introducing you to the roast. If you have any more questions, or if you found the course helpful, I would love to hear from you. Again, just go ahead, email support@roestcoffee.com with your thoughts. In the next pages, we'll give you some links to a bit more information about the roast and about roasting in general. In the meantime, you can start roasting and have fun.